Wheat School on RealAgriculture.com is brought to you by Syngenta Canada, Alberta Wheat Commission, and C&M Seeds.
I'm Lindsay Smith with RealAgriculture.com. I'm joined today by Richard Marsh with Syngenta, and we are in a winter wheat field, one of the few that made it through this year.
Yes.
Here in Manitoba, it was definitely a rough winter for the crop. What are we looking at today?
We're just looking at some staging, and we're thinking about is there any disease moving up in the canopy. So there's a lot of things to look at. Just trying to plan ahead a little bit here. So get out into the field, and you can see that pretty good stand here, and obviously been some good weed control. Broadleaves are being controlled, so that's great. Farmer is in on time. And then we start looking at the crop, and I don't know about everybody else, but when I come out into the field, I look at this and I think, okay, I'm going to stage this for the farmer. I want to, if he wants to put something on it flagleaf, a fungicide on it flagleaf, I'm thinking, okay, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, oh, is that a tiller? I have a hard time separating out individual plants, and I think that's okay for us to all admit that sometimes it's a bit of a struggle.
It is a bit of a shrub.
A bit of a shrub, a bush, yeah. As we said, yeah. So I think we can go back to that growing degree days help with us for us again, and actually the growing degree days say that we should be at flagleaf here within a week.
Okay, and now is that what you're seeing here?
Yep. When you start, right? You can see we've got 6 leaves on these plants here, and so that would put us, another leaf, and then we'll be close to getting that early flag, and that's important because we need to know when the flag's coming out, because when the flag is nicely half emerged, if we're going to put on flag leaf fungicide, we want to go then. We don't want to wait, because if we wait, we're going to get disease move up the penultimate and then onto the flag, and we'll stop the disease then, but we haven't got the full use out of the fungicide, and we've probably left a little yield on the table. So it's interesting actually, Lindsay, because when you look at the stage, you know here, you can feel along for where the first node is, and the node is already here, maybe 2 inches off the ground already. And so we know that we're really into stem extension already, and you might not realize that from the field when you're just zipping along at 100 clicks an hour. So we know that we are getting close, a week away from flagleaf.
Right, and so now let's, that head is there, it's not far, as you said, it's about 2 inches off the ground, really. So the kernels are set at this point?
Number of kernels are set. Our maximum number are set.
Maximum.
All we can do now is protect.
Right. Okay. And that's something. Now, when does wheat set that? And it doesn't matter.
It was set earlier, just at the beginning of tillering. 4 leaf in the tiller, 3 leaf in the tiller. That's when the head size was being set.
Right.
So now, let's say we've got 32 kernels on the head. Now it's up to us and our fungicides to protect them.
To make sure they all fill as much as they can.
And we've got tillers there as well, and if it gets dry, we could lose some tillers now. We can lose tillers between now and flowering. So we're going to lose a few tillers. If we let disease get going on the plant, we won't get so many kernels set. Kernels will be smaller as well. So if there's a bit of a risk of disease, then we need to be on it at flagleaf time. And I think with the weather we've been getting lately, we've been getting showers coming through, 2/10, 4/10, 1/10 every 2 or 3 days, and some dews. It's wet here today, isn't it, Lindsay?
Yeah.
So we know that the stage is set, especially for guys who are in a tighter rotation, to have some tan spot show up at the moment. And there actually is some tan spot on the penultimate leaf, second from top leaf showing right now. So we know the disease is here. It's not bad enough where a guy would come in and spray now, but it's a setup where the guy would come in at flag and would want to spray.
Right. So we're looking at some plants here. Looking at now at this point, can't tell if it's tan spot or septoria, but it sort of doesn't matter. It's leaf disease. It's there. You can, of course, hold the leaves up and you can see the beginning of that.
Yeah.
And certainly we are seeing, yes, like you said this morning, there's dew here, definitely lots of good moisture, and it is moving. You can see it on the new leaves and worse on the bottom leaves. So it's moving up.
Yeah.
So certainly, the window to protect those bottom leaves has passed, but that's okay.
That's okay. Yeah, because they're not really putting a lot towards yield, yeah. And they call it the tan spot septoria complex. Even the best pathologists say at this early stage, until you can start seeing the black pycnidia in on the tan spot, then you can tell the difference. But at this point, it doesn't really matter, and we just know it's there, and we need to keep monitoring it. And if it keeps moving up, following the second newest leaf over the next week, let's get in at flag leaf and get a good application of a good product on. And then our next thing to think about after that will be the fusarium situation. Is there a risk for fusarium? And if so, can we get in and get a good application then?
Right, and now using the growing degree days as well, it was 7 days till flag likely for this field.
Yep.
17
to the first head coming out of the boot, and then it should be somewhere around 24-25 days from now to first flower.
Which means that's only a couple days.
Yeah, it's not much
to get that fusarium suppression in there.
Yeah.
So that's also.
I mean, we can jump through the flowering. If we have a hot day, we can jump through day and a half. If you have some cool days, it can take 2 to 3 days. But you want to be on the early side of application as well. So if you can get this planned in your mind that, okay, in 3 weeks' time, I'm going to be here with my fusarium application, it can maybe help you formulate some planning. Do you have enough sprayer to get here for the flag and the flower? Do you need to start talking to a retail to get a custom app in? What do you need to do? And I think every farmer knows this. It's just everything's coming in a rush, isn't it? Everything's getting up at the same time. So it's going to be a struggle this year to spray fungicide at the right time.
Great. Okay, thanks so much, Richard.
You're welcome.